It's May 2nd, in fact, and so it's time to start biking. PAIPL's Bike and Hike Month is here, and I was excited to see this calendar here. Hung it up here in our kitchen, just with some little suggestions along the way for how to move through this month. Today's suggestion is to research the indigenous land that you're on. We are on land here that included a number of nomadic tribes, also tribes who called this land their home. Somewhat unfortunately, Pennsylvania was one of the earliest states to push its indigenous peoples off its land. Here in central Pennsylvania, we had Susquehannock, we had Shawnee, and Ohio Valley tribes. It's especially interesting for me as a Mennonite, someone who benefited from William Penn's calling to those who were marginalized in other parts of the world to find a new home here, to know that it was a home to someone else who was displaced before my people arrived here. I think it's time for a bike ride. During the month of May, as many of you know, I am riding my bike in support of Pennsylvania Interfaith Power and Light. I hope you join me on the journey. If you're able, join me in hiking or biking. And if you're able to contribute financially, the work that Pennsylvania Interfaith Power and Light does is so important as we care for our earth, as we care for the climate, as we work to make a better and more sustainable world for future generations. It's a beautiful day to be out for a bike ride. This is my first PAIPL ride, and our church was fortunate to have Katie Ruth, Executive Director, on Sunday.
In climbing the strong bodies of those mangrove trees, I learned the importance of structural integrity and what it means to place my trust in something beyond myself. In breathing in their world, I learned relational communities in which these trees lived, meeting each other's needs and having them met. In exploring the ecosystem that made up those mangrove forests, I learned about the intricate complexities of the small things that altogether make up our big world.
And Marvin gave the children's time with some big pruning shears.
See that cutter right there? So you loop that over the branch, and down here you have this handle, and you can pull this handle and cut off branches from around the tree. And it's also...
We are well immersed in Pennsylvania Interfaith Power and Light's message at this point, and it's good to get out for a little bike ride. Katie talked about love for creation and creation as a sign of God's love, and I think being out in it is really how I experience and feel that. So here's to many more miles in May. We stumbled across some aspiring fly fishermen, fisher people. Pretty cool. How's the fishing?
Good.
All right. Climbing out of the valley here. Getting nice and sweaty. IPL Bike Month definitely begun. Rides like this always get me thinking about different things, including some of the injustice in our world. When we think about climate change and how it disproportionately affects those who have less. Here in State College, we are in the shadow of Penn State University, an institution that began as a way to educate through the land grant system, and yet has evolved to one of the most expensive state schools in the country. Really not for everyone anymore. So to think about that, and the need for groups like PAIPL becomes even more apparent. Thank you for supporting Thank you for supporting me. Thank you for supporting what PAIPL does, and thanks for watching. Thanks for riding, guys. Let me know if you've got any words of wisdom.
Air. I need air.